Today we're going to be continuing our study of Latin verbs of the first conjugation. We've already learned the rules for the present tense, the imperfect tense, and today we're going to be learning about the future tense. Now the rules of these three are very similar for the first conjugation. So let's go back and remember, what is a first conjugation verb? First conjugation verbs end in O in the first principal part and ARE in the second principal part. So for example, woco would be a first conjugation verb, and vocare would be its second principal part. So it ends in O in the first and ARE in the second. If you look at some other verbs like video, videre, that is not a first conjugation verb because it ends in EO in the first and long ERE in the second. So we're really looking at only verbs that are O in the first and ARE in the second. So woco, vocare is your good paradigm verb. So let's get to the future tense. To form the future tense, there are three rules. They should look very familiar because they're almost identical to the imperfect tense. To form the future tense, step 1 is to find the present stem. Step 2 is to add a BI. Step 3 is to add your personal ending. So present stem, tense indicator, personal ending. These are the exact same rules as the imperfect tense, except instead of adding a BA, we're adding a BI. So BI for the future, BA for the imperfect. So let's review really quickly about some present stems. So let's take the paradigm verb woco, vocare, meaning to call. To find the present stem, you go to the second principal part, vocare, and you take off the RE. So that would leave you with woca would be your stem. Let's look at another one. Amo, amare. That means to love. So the same principle applies. You go to the second principal part, take off the RE. That would leave you with ama as your present stem. And one more example. Let's look at sto, stare. That means to stand. Go to the second principal part, which is stare. You take off the RE. That leaves you with the stem of sta. So woka, ama, and sta. That's step 1, the present stem. So after you find the present stem, the next step is to add your BI. So say we've got woka plus BI. That leaves you with wo copy. Or you could have porta. How you got porta was portare, the second principal part of porto, portare, to carry. Take off the RE, that's how you get porta. Plus your tense indicator of BI, porta. B. So the first step is to find the stem. The second step is to add your BI tense indicator. Now after the tense indicator, you'll remember for the imperfect, you had to add your personal ending. So let's review the endings. Do we remember the ending song, the Mickey Mouse song, the O-M-S-T-M-U-S-T-I-S-N-T, Mickey Mouse, all that? So first person singular is O or M, second singular is S, third singular is T, first plural is mus, second plural is tis, third plural is N-T. So it's O or M, S, T, mus, tis, N-T. Those are your personal endings. So let's review the steps one more time so we remember these. These are very important. So step 1, find the present stem, which you got by taking the RE off of the second principal part. Step 2, add a BI, which is called your tense indicator. Step 3, add your personal ending. So, let's work a few of these out. Let's start with the paradigm verb woko. Principal parts of woko are woko, wokare, wokawi, wokatus. We only need the first two parts. Take off the RE. That leaves you with the stem of woka. So we can go ahead and write that out. Six times. Okay, and then we're going to add our tense indicator, BI. Six times. And then we're going to add our personal endings. So it'll be an O, S, T, mus, tis, N, T. But there's one important factor. So this is a big but. One important factor. In the future tense, there are two spelling changes that are not in the imperfect tense or not in the present tense. And they occur in the first singular and the third plural. Instead of wokabio, it just changes to wokabo for pronunciation. And the change happens here in the third plural. This I, instead of wokabint, it goes to wokabunt. So there's two spelling changes. And they occur in the first singular and the third plural. So if you conjugate woko in the future tense, it'll be wokabo, wokabis, wokabit, wokabimus, wokabitus, wokabunt. Wokabo, wokabis, wokabit, wokabimus, wokabitus, wokabunt. So watch out for these spelling changes, bo and bunt. Let's look at another example. Let's take amo. Amo, amare, to love. Do we remember how to get the present stem? That's step number 1. Take off the RE. So we can write this out. Ama, to ama. Third person, ama. First plural. So that's present stem. 6 times. Now the next step is to add your tense indicator. So we got to watch out for the first singular and the third plural. All the rest get BIs. So watch the third plural and the first singular. That gets a bo and that gets a bunt. All the other regular endings apply. S, T, mus, tis. So it'd be amabo, amabis, amabit, amabimus, amabitus, amabunt. Spelling changes in the third plural. And so tomorrow on your quiz, you're going to have to conjugate out woko in the future tense.